Live on CW Iowa 23.
Good morning, everyone. It's 9:22 right now. Welcome back to Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here. Always keeping an eye on what's happening in the world of theater in town. Jackie?
Yes, get out there and support live local theater and the amazing theater companies that are always putting on great work, like Tallgrass Theatre Company. And they have a production even I know nothing about. So we're very excited to bring the director in to kind of entice not only us, but you out there to go see some great theater. So Michael Tallman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are the director of Other Desert Cities.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me all about it. What's going on?
This is an open slate here. We have no idea.
Perfect. So Other Desert Cities is the Tallgrass Dream Project for 2020.
Oh, okay.
What the Dream Project is that anyone can submit a proposal and say, hey, here's the play I want to do. Here's what I want to do with it. If you want to act in it, direct with it, whatever. I, of course, chose to
As you say, you submitted this.
Yes, I did submit this along with a person who is playing one of the lead roles. It's sort of an ensemble piece, but she plays the role of Brooke. That's Kristen Larson. She was my professor at Grandview.
Okay.
And so I thought for my first Dream Project, it'd be wonderful for me to turn the tables and direct her for all the times that she directed me in college. So it's a nice little reunion for us. It's the first thing we've been able to work on together since college.
That's a fun spin.
It really is a fun spin. It's been really enjoyable to kind of see her work and her process and realize how much I learned from her and seeing like, oh, I do that too and all that. But Other Desert Cities is a play. It was written in 2010. It's set in 2004 under the backdrop of the Iraq War. It's about Brooke, who comes home to her family over Christmas, and she has written a memoir about her time growing up. Her parents, her father was a GOP ambassador for Reagan. Her mom was sort of a Nancy analog, you know, kept the family in check and was really working with all the other people within the party to help her husband. And Brooke has written a memoir that involves a secret about the family that they don't want to talk about. And I'm not going to talk about the secret either because I want people to come out and see the show to find out what it is. But over the course of the play, it just starts to threaten to tear the family apart as they have to acknowledge all of their shortcomings and what their position with the party and everything kind of did and affected them as a unit.
So why this piece and why now? Why was this what you submitted for the Hope Project?
Yes, I was familiar with the script for a while. I ran a program for Stage West Theater called Scriptease, which was a scripted reading program. It was one of the first scripts that I ever did. Actually, Kristen brought it to me. And as soon as I read it, I loved it. I love politics. I love stories about family. And it's a very good balance of the two where neither one is more predominant over the other for the theme. But when I got to the end and I got to the reveal about the secret and what all it was entailed, I instantly had to go back to the start of the play and read it again to find what did I miss, what clues were there, and it just sucked me in. It's a wonderful family, it's a wonderful family drama, but it's comedic, it's bittersweet. It's not, I don't want people to come and think that it's going to be this heavy play and it's serious stuff. Like it deals with serious topics, but they're very funny people. They are out in LA and Palm Springs and Hollywood, so there's a lot of quips. They're very good. There's a wonderful character of the mother's sister who they were comedy writers together, so they come out, and of course there's wonderful banter between them all. But really at the core of it, it's about family, and it's about how do you continue to be a family when you have such deep differences in your core, when your political beliefs are different.
And that's kind of pivotal right now.
It's it's very pivotal.
Very common in a lot of households.
And it's common in my household. My parents, I was raised very conservative, but my beliefs have become more liberal as I've grown up, and my family and I have had to have to kind of reconcile that and work with how we just navigate that. Our thing is, we just don't talk about politics, in the play.
Don't just even bring it up.
Exactly. It's a lot. I know it's a lot of people. People are going to be, people at home are going to be, yep, that's how we do it. So that was part of the reason that I did submit it. Obviously, the awareness that we were going to be doing it around the caucuses too, although it doesn't have to do with an election specifically. That in the background, being there was part of it. And it's political division, But really, it is about family, and it's about how do you love each other when you see things so differently. Even things like the past, the memoir that Brooke writes paints it in a very negative way that her parents and even her brother, look and say, I don't recognize some of these people that you've written.
Right.
But it's obviously your truth to you. So how do we work around what you're feeling and what
your
you're doing?
perception, right.
You know, and she springs the memoir on them. She tells them before she comes, oh, I'm writing a novel, and then reveals, no, actually it's a memoir, and it's about us, and it's about our older brother.
Yeah.
So as soon as that topic is on the table, everything changes, and it's no longer about, oh, what are our differences, you know, in our beliefs. It's what are the differences of our truths. And I think that's something too that people can understand with their families, you know, and thinking about past events or past, you know, blow-ups or whatever, and how that maybe color things different for everyone involved.
So there'll be some takeaway from this one, and self-reflection.
Absolutely. After our rehearsal last night, I told my cast, you all broke my heart in the best way possible. So I think everyone's going to come. You're going to have some really good laughs. But at the end, I think it's going to leave people with some questions about themselves and just how they're going to, you know, how they can navigate these things in life that we have to, you know, which is, I think, was what good theater does and good art does, is it raises these questions about truth and everything.
Well, you did your job this morning, sir, because I am completely intrigued about what this is all about without even giving the secret away. So there you go. Other Desert Cities, presented by Tallgrass Theatre Company. This is part of the Hope Project. So there's a lot of passion behind this being on the stage. And as you mentioned, specifically this time of year, it kind of is very fitting. Okay, so you officially open next Friday.
Yes, we do.
Rex Mathis Auditorium, if you've never been there, it is a beautifully intimate location. So you truly feel a part of this production.
Yeah, you're going to be very close. No matter even in the back, you're going to see every detail of it. It's a wonderful space for a play like this, where the dynamic is all about family and the conflict. You're going to feel that spill off the stage and in the audience. And there's going to be moments you're going to want to say, I don't know if I want to be here for this, you know, for this to see when it happens, but you can't leave. So it's going to be really, really fun to be a part of that.
I love
we
it.
see the run of the show too. Perfect timing with what's going on politically in the world, especially here in Iowa.
Closes the day before the caucuses, so I'm keeping myself very busy this time of year.
Imagine.
Okay, if you need more details, as you saw there, tallgrasstheater.org is where you need to go get your tickets. This is going to be one you do not want to miss. So congratulations on this happening.
Thank you.
It's going to be an exciting piece and an exciting time.
Yes, and I hope everyone comes out and sees it.
Okay, tallgrasstheater.org. All right, let's continue the conversation in the mood of politics. We have an Iowan